And we begin tonight with the latest on the deadly wildfires that continue to rage all across Los Angeles County. Officials have confirmed at least 7 deaths related to the fires, but warn the actual toll will remain unclear until it's safe for investigators to access neighborhoods. The LA County Sheriff says nearly 180,000 people have been hit with evacuation orders since Tuesday. Meanwhile, the LA County Fire Chief says at least 10,000 structures have been destroyed between the Eaton and Palisades fires.
And this is a live look right now at the Palisades fire. CAL FIRE's latest update says that fire, which began on Tuesday, has grown to 20,000 acres with just 6% containment. Good evening, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us. For 12 News at 10, I'm Katie Hobbs.
I'm Mark Curtis. We have team coverage on those wildfires. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly is standing by with a story that may hit home for many of our viewers. People concerned about family members over in California who are being told to be ready to evacuate. We'll have that story in just a minute. But first, we want to go to the fire lines, where 12 News journalist Troy Hayden continues his live coverage for us tonight. Troy?
Yeah, Mark, we're at the very edge of the evacuation zone here for the Palisades fire. It is now the largest wildfire in LA history. Some 5,000 structures destroyed. And security is very tight. You can see they got this barrier up here. They've got a big police presence. They're keeping people off the Highway 1, the PCH, and out of that area. The concern, looting. And they're not just working on it on the ground, they're also doing it up in the air. After a smoky ocean sunset, a searchlight cuts through the night. Police wanting to know what a group of people are doing in this burned-out Pacific Palisades neighborhood. A ground unit questions them minutes later. Officers here on the lookout for looters. One of the reasons that they're on the lookout for looters, a lot of damage in the downtown area, Pacific Palisades. This is a Chase Bank. You can see the ATM is all melted out. The front of the bank is kind of caved in, but it's all open in there, and so police are definitely on the lookout. We drove through the flattened neighborhoods of Pacific Palisades earlier today. Water drops were able to continue because of calmer winds. And some residents had time to numbly search through the ruins of their homes.
I just want to get a few little pieces. I want a few little pieces just to...
Pieces of what?
I don't know yet. Just something, like I just found this little butterfly.
$1 million beach homes in Malibu reduced to ruins.
Definitely, a lot of people think, when you got the highway on one side and the ocean behind you, this would never happen in your house. But obviously, you're in a situation where, for miles, it destroyed homes.
But many here are staying positive, cherishing more important things than belongings, impacted by this fire, but still standing. So what's going to happen tomorrow, Mark and Caribe? That's the question. The wind's fairly calm today, but we still had a brand new wildfire, the Kenneth Fire spark, and they've arrested somebody for arson with that fire. So who knows what tomorrow will bring?
Yeah, and that's what I was going to ask you, Troy. Any word on how some of these fires started? And also, there's 10,000 structures that are now completely gone. That means their belongings are they're destroyed. Where are all these people going tonight, and really probably for the next few weeks or months even?
Yeah, well, as of tonight, it's interesting. We checked into our hotel in between the 6 and 10 o'clock show, and the entire lobby was full of people who had been evacuated. We could hear their conversations. They come up to us and tell us their stories. So I don't know how long you can live in a hotel. But I mean, you talk about rebuilding the town of Pacific Palisades. I mean, what, 5, maybe 10 years? The downtown is mostly gone. Thousands of homes are gone. I mean, how long does that take to rebuild? You wonder how long that whole process is going to be.
And Troy, you used to live there once upon a time. You've talked to a lot of people. I'm sure you still have a lot of friends there. Along with the despair over this fire, there seems to be a growing anger against the California governor and the LA mayor. What do you know about that?
Well, the LA mayor slashed the budget for the fire department by some $17.5 million. She defended herself today saying, hey, look, that was for raises down the line that wouldn't have affected this, but the optics are bad. She also was in Africa, the mayor was, when the fire started. Another bad optic. And you know what? When people are losing their homes and they're afraid and they're evacuated, you bet they're going to vent that anger.
Yeah. And Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, also getting a lot of static tonight. Troy Hayden reporting live from L.A. at the fires. Thanks for your coverage, Troy.
Well, meanwhile, those living here in the valley are very concerned about their loved ones dealing with these devastating fires.
12 News journalist Chase Golightly spoke with a woman who says her family has been told that they need to be ready to evacuate at a moment's notice. Chase?
Mark Rebe, they're dealing with the Eaton fire, and as we mentioned, it's already destroyed thousands of homes and structures. Now, the woman I spoke with, who had just moved to Arizona a few months ago from that same area, is worried her family home is next.
But we're right here in the street, and that's where the fire is at.
From about 400 miles away,
Burning bright red.
Carla Corzo is watching her friends and family post videos on social media showing just how close the Eaton fire is getting to her hometown.
It's just overall devastating seeing Monrovia and all the surrounding areas being just impacted by all that fire.
Monrovia, California, just northeast of Los Angeles, is where she grew up before she moved to Goodyear 5 months ago.
It's a very special place for me and my family.
While the fire hasn't reached there yet, places Corzo and her family went to when she was little are gone.
Landmarks, I guess, that we kind of grew up being around have been burnt down by the fires.
CAL FIRE reports the Eaton fire has grown to nearly 14,000 acres and has claimed the lives of multiple people. It's burned more than 5,000 structures, including homes and apartments. Corzo now fearful for her grandparents and brother, who are still there in their family home. And from the backyard, they can see the fire getting closer and closer.
It's just something scary. We're praying for them.
Corzo says her family has already packed up their belongings and are ready to leave at a moment's notice. But she wishes they were here now so she would know they were okay.
If I could have them be here with me, that would be awesome, like in the snap of a finger. We just want to make sure that they're all safe.
She's staying in contact with them every day and plans to go out there next month to see her family. But Corzo worries what will be left of her hometown if this fire continues to grow.
We don't know if
Now, Corzo says her family recently lost power and are dealing with a lot of heavy smoke in that area. Right now, at last check, the Eaton fire still has no containment. Mark Rebe.
All right, Chase, thanks. Last night, we had breaking news from Glendale at this time, where police had shot and killed a man in a park. Tonight, we're learning more about what happened and how the man who was shot wasn't involved in the domestic violence crime police had originally responded to. 12 News journalist Bianca Bono live near Horizon Park tonight, where all of this happened. And Bianca, what are police saying?
Well, officials say that Glendale police thought that a transient man in this park could be the suspect that they had been searching for. Police say that man didn't comply with their commands. He was ultimately shot and killed by a police officer. Police say they later then did find that domestic violence suspect. He was in a vehicle with a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
2 men are dead after police say one died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound and the other was shot by an officer. On Wednesday night, just after 7 o'clock, police say a woman called 911 reporting that her ex-boyfriend had pointed a gun at her. She gave a description to Glendale police, who then began searching the area for that man, identified by family to 12 News as 24-year-old Angelo Amor Diaz-Emery. Police found Diaz's truck parked near 47th and Diana Avenues at Horizon Park. As they approached his truck, which had tinted windows, police say their attention was then drawn to a 46-year-old transient man in the park sitting at a gazebo. Believing that man was the suspect, police say they gave him commands to raise his hands, but when they say he didn't comply and made a movement towards his waistband, an officer shot him and he was pronounced dead at the scene. Officials say he was not armed. Police would later find Diaz inside of his truck, lying down in the driver's seat with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. He later died at the hospital. As the Peoria Police Department now takes over the investigation, Glendale's Police Chief Chris Briggs issuing a statement saying in part, "Each and every day our men and women go out to serve and protect our community and are faced with dangerous and complex situations. During any critical incident, the loss of life is tragic, and this one is clearly more complicated. As a department, we strive for transparency and cooperation, as we will with this incident."
And again, that 46-year-old transient man was not connected in any way to the domestic violence call police had been responding to. We're told that man is from Tucson, but police are not yet identifying him by name. We do also know that Glendale police will be conducting an internal investigation to ensure that all policies and procedures were followed. We're live in Glendale tonight. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
All right, Bianca, thank you. Governor Katie Hobbs giving 12 News a preview of her State of the State speech that is set for Monday. Today, 12 News journalist Bram Resnick sat down with the governor for a wide-ranging conversation. Hobbs confirmed that she's running for a second term in 2026. She also talked about the lack of accountability in the state's ESA school voucher program, a program that many say is susceptible to fraud after school superintendent Tom Horn said that certain expenses won't be reviewed.
Under his new policy of not approving any expenses, these are the kinds of things we're going to see over and over again. What you will see from me, and I'm not going to give you more details than this, but you'll have to tune in Monday to see more, is a proposal to bring some of that accountability that's needed.
And you can watch the full interview with Governor Hobbs right now on 12 News, our YouTube channel, or you can tune in to Sunday Square Off at 8 a.m. on Sunday. That's right here on 12 News.